heart, wake up the dream. There's more to the story than what we have seen. Faith in the fire, hope in the fight, families rising, stepping into the light, raising expectations. Lift your eyes, lift your voice, raising expectations. Faith and freedom still have a choice. Here's Pastor Joe and Melba Schofield with wisdom clear and strong, with Stefanie, Thayer, and Dr. Craig Thayer helping move the hope along. Dr. Paul Hall and Ron Greer standing for truth and grace. This is your life in America today, with courage in this place. Hey! Raising expectations, good to better, best together. Raising expectations, faith that carries on forever.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this must be Monday night because it's time for Raising Expectations. And we're sure glad you tuned in tonight. And like we always say, we thank God for all of you. We thank God for the things he's doing in your lives. We thank God for your friendships. And most of all, for the anticipation of all the things that are happening in our faith and in our nation. And as we watch what God's doing, it's just incredible. You know who we are, Raising Expectations. We're a show that believes in complete optimism because we know the one who created it, and that is God. And God sent his son, Jesus Christ, to die on the cross for our sins. It's a simple subject. He died on the cross, paid the price, and we know that someday we're going to heaven. We're going to be together with those that we love. And in the meantime, we get to be optimistic because it says in John 14 that God had a plan for each and every one of us. And in that plan, there will be fulfillment and joy. There'll be ups and downs sometimes, but as those expectations grow, God's in all of it. And he's going to bring about something that gives you joy and fulfillment, and most of all, anticipation. Because what's he going to do next? And that's why we're here on Raising Expectations. Excuse me. We like to see what he's going to do. Love to hear what he's doing in your lives. And actually, we love being a family with you. We're a family on our team here, our Raising Expectations team. And so many of the folks that you request back, they're part of our family. Tonight's special guest, he's part of our family, and you have asked for him. He's back. We're going to have a wonderful time talking. Before we get started, we do want to thank our engineer, and TJ Newsom does an incredible job. He and his dad and his uncle and family, that BBS Radio, they're absolutely incredible people. They just bless us. We love sharing the names of people who are a blessing. Don't you love hearing them? It's really neat to know about that. So, hey, we're going to talk about our family real quick. We're going to go to the West Coast first and just very quickly let you know who the folks are. And we have Dr. Paul Hall. You'll find him in Southern California. He's right there in Lompoc, kind of like the Pokes, the Cowboys, and that's where he's located. Speaking of Cowboys, he has an incredible out set up there in his office of the Cowboys that you can see, right, Paul?
Oh, yeah, we're ready.
You're ready? Okay. All right. Oh, we're going to have a fun night, folks. I know some of you have texted you, look forward to tonight being together again. Paul, Dr. Hall is he's a retired pastor, he's a counselor, he's a writer, he's a speaker, you name it. He could do all those things. Most of all, he loves the Lord and he loves people, and through him shines the love of God. It's great to have Paul as our friend and our brother in Christ. Good to see you, Paul. All right. Hey, let's go together, guys. Let's jump and go to the East Coast first, all the way to the East Coast, actually the south part of the East Coast, which would get us there in Dalton, Georgia. And there we have two of our favorite people in the world. That's Dr. Craig and Stefanie Thayer. And Craig's there. He's busy right this minute, but Stefanie's right here. And these people are incredible. You know, Stefanie is a tremendous woman of God, a mother, a wonderful wife. She's done counseling. She's a health specialist. Boy, she knows her health. And we're looking forward because this is, right, guys, this is July. So that means August, September, October, November. And in 4 months, we get fudge. Fudge comes back in December, right, guys, for Christmas? Got it. Okay. So all of you tuning in, mark your calendars right now. December brings about fudge. Stephanie will give you more information on that later. It's good to see you, Stephanie. How you doing?
Thanks. I'm good. I want to point out that I am not a Dallas Cowboys fan, but I am a water polo fan. And Paul made me this background. How sweet is this? Which is also where my husband happens to be right now at water polo with our youngest.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great. And both your boys, they were incredible water polo players like their dad. And it's really exciting. Never got to see them in those games. One of these times we're going to see them play. That's going to be really, really neat. So we feel like there are our guys too. And we follow all the exploits, the things that they do, and as God works in their lives. Of course, Greg is a great coach. He also is a doctor. He's a trauma surgeon. He knows how to say something that is wrong and to find what's wrong. He's the kind of doctor they bring the patient to. And I'll never forget when he told me once when there's been an accident or something, what do we do? And he begins to pray, Lord, bless my hands, open my eyes, and help me to be used to heal this person. Great picture in the background there of water polo at Steph's. That is really cool. Are those your boys?
No, I don't know who they are, but I should claim, yes, these ones right here are mine. No one will ever know.
Oh, they look great. That's just what they look like when they play. Yeah. And they almost killed me. I tried that one semester at Hardin Simmons, right, Paul? I had to have a credit. And those guys were real players, and I was an old surfer. They like to drown me. So I have the highest respect for what Craig coaches and what your boys do. Anyway, they're in Dalton, Georgia. It's just great to say that Steph is a great witness in all she does. And of course, Craig they've done mission work together, and he's got a great book. I want to invite you for just a moment to turn to our website right now. That's bbsradio.com/raising expectations. bbsradio.com/raising expectations. There's last week's guest you can see, and Kurt Slichter is there. You can read about what's going on, and also you can get to know the guys and the gals on our family. And as we grow, you'll want to read more about them and what's happening there. You also can find our books there. I'm going to that for a reason, because there's my book you've seen, Legitimate Faith, that produces what kind? An authentic hope that works when you least expect it. I love it. And that's what the Bible tells us in Hebrews. But there's a wonderful book right next to mine you want to get from her husband there, Dr. Craig Thayer, and the book is called Saved. Look at that little round circle, Finding God in the Ordinary. It's the ordinary things of life. I love it. I told Craig, that's where God does his greatest work. And so it's a great thing that you check on that book, check on those books, and we'll have some others later coming and see if you might not want to get a copy of that. It'd be a blessing to your life to read about what God has done in Craig's life and also in the Thayer's lives, his wife, the boys, all the good things happen there. So moving there, we'll go all the way back to Central America, like we love to say, lovingly, for the great town of McKinney in Texas, which is next to Dallas. One of our favorite pastors in the world, here comes drum roll, is Ron. Come on, guys. Go. Ron. This is a test. Ron. Where are you, Ron? Ron?
Here.
In McKinney. So we want to make sure Ron Greer is in McKinney. There's even a Greer, Texas. We've discovered that on our show. But they
above
jumped
Dallas. Above
Dallas.
Yes.
Above Dallas.
That's
That's it. Ron's one of the greatest guys you'll ever meet. A great pastor. He's a counselor. Ron's done so many things, always seeking God's will in his life. He's just a blessing. We love you, Ron. We're excited about your family and all the things that happen. Greer's an easy name, guys. You can remember that easy. So I just say it was a test. So I was ready with that one. Anyway, Ron is there in McKinney, and you'll also find the best part of the show. I love to save it for last this time. On my right here, this lovely lady is my wife, and this is Melba. I went to Texas to get her, and there she is, not too far from where Ron was.
Right.
So
best thing about it to come out of Texas, you know.
Is it?
That's right.
That's where the best comes from, right? You find it right there in Texas. So Melba is she's also done counseling, and she's done lectures, helps with children's work, does seminars, and we went to college together. She also went to the seminary there in Fort Worth, and she's just one in a million. So we have an awful lot of fun. I can't wait for all of us to get together someday and not play water polo. But anyway, Well, maybe you guys can. I'll root for you. I'm the oldest in here, so that'll work out well. So we're going to go from here. We're excited about who we have with us tonight. You all know it, and we look forward to it all the time. We started. Oh, we just got a phone call a few years ago, and I talked to this really great guy, and he's been like a brother and a friend to all of us. He and his wife, Christy Frank Roberson, who is the founder and head of Black Rhino Protection Agency. He's been in the protection agency for years. There's Ron and Christy right there. They're also in Texas. You find him there in Texas, in Mansfield, I believe. And his company does a great job. He's taken care of people for a long time. There he is with his helicopter. And you'll find Ron busy learning, growing, teaching, and helping people to understand exactly what it means to be protection. And his company, oh man, I shouldn't tell you. I should let him tell us a little bit about it again, because it's exciting. God's been blessing them, and new things are happening to help people there with Black Rhino. So we want to give the round of applause, left to right first, ladies and gentlemen. Ron, we're glad you're here. It's good to have you with us, Mr. Roberson. Frank, jump in there. There he is.
Thank you very much.
Yes, his
Oh,
first
wait,
words.
am I on the right one?
Prognosis for the Cowboys. Take it away.
Is this raising expectations? The preseason Cowboys?
That's
Am I on the right one?
That's the show.
Hey.
That's the one, and he is prepared, folks.
Thanks for
Oh,
having
Lord.
me again. I appreciate it. I love being back.
Well, it's great to have summer. In the summertime, we have more fun than the rest of the year, don't we, Frank? It's great. All of us still in fall, so we're going good. Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about, we'll throw this around for everybody. Tell us a little bit about what's happening and with your company. And then maybe we were talking really, got all kinds of thoughts back about financial scams and schemes, and they're still up, and many people were wondering, can we get some more of that from you? That'd be great.
Okay. Well, we've got a lot going on. We've been building since the last time we were on. We're building our operations center out. We've got the plans set up, and inside there'll be a pretty cool classified skiff that's in there for our overseas contracts, which is going to be fun. We're building out a whole bunch of stuff. We've really if I'd have told you, or yeah, if I'd have told you a year ago, or you told me a year ago, however that works, that we'd be in this position and growing like this, I'd say you're nuts. And but it has been, and we're looking at an August 1st date to open our at least two new satellite offices. One here, which will end up being our HQ in downtown Dallas on the 31st floor of the Republic Building, and then a satellite office in Washington D.C. on K Street, which will be which is actually will be not too far away from the White House and Lafayette Park and stuff. So and then we're looking at Santa Rosa as the third, because we have a couple of very large investors that are based out in Northern California in that area. So we want to be able to have access to get to them and grow their stuff. We're working on a new family, building up a new security program for a new family here in Dallas, which is great. This is one of my favorite parts of it is building it and putting it together. So we're getting a couple agents together that I want to have as part of that process, so they know all the ins and outs of the entire operation, because I've kind of been pulled out of the field the further and further along we go. So it's been fun. We're building a proprietary software that's going to run our entire operation, from payroll all the way to scheduling to whatever, and we're adding a protective service component to for our protectees. We've asked a couple of former protectees that I've protected on what they would like to have access to, that they haven't had access to in the past with their security or the company that's securing them. And we've got some really good feedback on that, and we're adding that to it. But we're going to be able to turn around and license that out once it's built out and running our operation. So that's going to be an exciting extension to what we're doing. So we're having a lot of fun. It is it's a lot different doing the CEO, vice chair of the board, that kind of thing, as compared to being in the field. So my days, there's like 3 Mondays a week. And then there's a Tuesday, and then there's a a Friday, somewhere in there, I think, and which is typically a Sunday. But it's it's been different, learning how to handle and juggle all the phone calls every day, the operations calls, the finance calls, the SEC calls, the chairman call, all the different calls that go on any one given day. And but it's been a really cool journey. I would do it all over again if I had to start over.
That's great. Amen. That's great. Who has a question? I know you've been thinking about things, and we've got a couple. What do you guys, as we have our talk?
Well, I have one. Nobody else got one. I got one.
Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
I want to get your take on the new AI threat to both individual clients and while you're on it, what's your opinion on this threat to our national security, namely the recent story. People that they're finally all coming out and telling us that an AI, one AI, what is it, bot or whatever you call it, on its own, just independently worked through the system and out of its office and hacked into another AI operating system and stole information. And
Yeah,
they've told me I don't have to worry about it hacking into my account and anything else. So I'm sorry. What's your take on that?
well, the AI thing with the families that we protect, or the diplomats, or the elected officials, or whoever we protect,
Mhm.
that's become a totally different ball game, especially the last couple of years. So
Mhm.
I remember 10 years ago when we were doing protection for a gentleman up in Northern California, and he had a direct threat. And I remember when we first started using code names and code phrases,
Mhm.
that when somebody would hear that or mention it or whatever, they're like, I don't understand. Why are you using code names? It's just security. You're just protecting a guy direct. There are reasons for that. I'll
Yeah.
give you an example. The family here in North Dallas, there are times where I got the alert. I think we talked about a couple of those apps where people can go on and see things that are happening in real time around them. Um, the Chinese restaurant we were at, there was a carjacking right outside the parking lot in the intersection where we were actually eating, and I got the alert while we're inside. And um, getting having the ability to do that, I can tell them a phrase that we have already predetermined,
All right.
and we use that phrase. And I told them that I said that phrase, and it's always prepared at cash in the pocket wherever
Right.
we're at. I say the phrase, I put the cash down, and we are preparing to go.
Mhm.
And in this case, I gave him the phrase that there was something going on, and the kids didn't know what that phrase meant,
Okay.
but the two parents did. So I got up and I went outside to make sure everything was safe. Got the car around, knowing that PD was going to end up coming. It was going to get really bottlenecked as soon as
Mhm.
everybody rushes to the scene and everything. So
Mhm.
then there are times where the atmosphere changes, where they feel uncomfortable or something's going on, or they just don't want to be there anymore. And there's a phrase they can tell me that I know that it's time to slap down the cash, pay the bill, whether the food's got arrived or not, and we're out of there.
Mhm.
Each family member had a name, a code name, and and then each family member had a phrase that they had to say if something came up on the phone or anything like that. And the reason being is some of those calls that people get, and I don't know if anyone here has ever had one. I don't know if I've had one. We won't know until somebody uses it. But if you get one of those calls that calls you, you pick up the phone, you answer it, and then somebody pops on and they ask, "Is this Frank?" And you start saying, "Yeah." They ask questions where they're getting your voice and voice responses.
Mhm.
They can pick up your voice. I mean, there's several apps where they market on Facebook where you can go have a song done in your name, with your voice, where
Oh.
you go talk for 5 minutes and read a script, and they have your voice. So there have been episodes of people calling wealthy families saying your daughter has been kidnapped, and the daughter's voice is screaming and saying, "Mom, help me, I've been kidnapped," and all this kind of thing. And it sounds exactly like the daughter or the son or whoever's been kidnapped, and these families will write a check. And I know the one of the families I was with, if anything happened to the daughter, I know that they would write a check like that immediately. It would be no law enforcement, no, no, they just want a check written. They want it to go away. So that's why we do that. And people used to think that that was silly. You know, you watch movies and you think, oh, people don't really do that, you know, but they do. Christy and I have a phrase, and it's usually something that only we know, like a nickname or a phrase that we always use, or some situation that we can bring up. I guess what the most realistic movie that has ever shown that is Man on Fire, when he's trying to get proof of life of the little girl towards the end. And it was an incident that happened in the car just between him and the girl that no one else would ever know about
Right.
except the girl. So those are examples. So AI has become a point where now you can take pictures of people. I mean, that helicopter picture, I hate to tell you, that's AI. I mean, I'm sure you guys,
It's so cool.
I'm sure you guys are like, wow, that can't be. But that is AI. And but there's an AI app that I used for that where you upload 23 pictures. And there are pictures that even my mother-in-law couldn't tell that was an AI picture. That Christie's horse trainer, oh, I didn't think that that was AI because they use so many pictures and it comes out looking exactly like you.
Right. Right.
So it's become an issue because now you can make an ID, you can do all these different things, and it on the national security. That's what I worry about, the national security side of it. We're getting into a point where AI can generate phone calls, that can generate emails, uh, IDs, and I mean it's not like, you know, we used to have it. We had an investigator one time that was able to serve somebody because their spouse did the Amazon delivery stuff. And they had an Amazon vest, and they went in with an empty box that was retaped with an Amazon vest. Went in, it was able to serve. Now you can just create an ID.
Right. Right.
You get somebody else's ID. You get an AI picture, put it on there. Who, you know, how many people, how many businesses have you walk into where the security at the front desk is that thorough, where they're looking at that ID that you have right here and can tell that it might have been relaminated, or, you know, we just got a new laminating machine. I mean, we could sit here and probably make a laminated identification right now for an office building in Dallas and nobody would know about it. It takes somebody, you know, we've you know, you can go get somebody's identification. We have a team that we use. Oh, it doesn't get used very often because a lot of folks don't want to do this, but we have a team that can go into the business and figure out where the seals are. They're not tight as they should be. And we had an incident where, not incident, but an instance where we did that, and the person was able to on the team was able to kind of get to know somebody out in the lunch area and all that kind of stuff and get an identification, and is able to get into the most secure areas of that building, and they're just a guest. And they didn't even have to look at the ID. It had the lady's face on it, lady's name, but they're scanning through the whole thing. And then they called the CEO from a secure room inside the building and said, "Hey, I'm inside your room." And the CEO, "Oh, how the hell did you get in there?"
Ouch.
Wow.
And it wasn't to, you know, embarrass the employee or anything, but they were out in the smoking area or lunch area outside, and the guy, our guy, was able to get the ID and go through the building and report
Wow.
the depth that he was able to get in there. I worry about those kinds of things. Recreation of videos that look real. I mean, they have one that looks like the president fell and stumbled, and Secret Service is having to pick him up. That, of course, half the country is taking as real. And then you know, it's a very it makes the national security harder than it really should be, because I don't know what you do to I mean, there's only so many things. I mean, even ballots, you put something on ballots, they're still going to be able to figure out how to, even if you put a watermark in there or do something, somebody's going to find a way to recreate that. And, you know, you got the 3D printing, you got all these different things that can, attribute to that. I know that's off the subject of AI, but I mean the AI is getting really scary how real
Yeah.
it can create things.
Yes. Yes. Well, on your in light of your clients, what's the policy or what's your advice to them about use of social media? And primarily because I've seen cases where people have used AI to, like you said, pull stuff off their social media page, information, and I still don't get it how people will take pictures in a location and they tell people they're there and when they're there. In other words, hey
Yeah.
guys, I'm not at home. I'm in Greece.
I'm on a 21-day cruise,
Yeah.
Yeah.
middle of the ocean going to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great time.
Okay.
While you're there, clean the house, please.
Yeah. I think I mentioned on previous shows that when people break into your house, they're not going in there to take your television anymore because there's no
Yeah.
money. Because you get a 75-inch television for $400 from
Right.
Sam's Club or something. No, they're going in there to get things that are much more lucrative, which is your information, your deeds, your titles, your all these different things, your personal information to create a new you. And they come in here and get all this information on you. Then they go on a website to go get an ID. Oh, I lost my ID. Oh, well, confirm your social and confirm all this stuff. We'll send you a brand new ID. All
Wow.
right, like a driver's license, right? Next thing you know, get a new driver's license with a different address on it, but it's still you because you confirmed it through the website at DMV and did all these things, security licenses. We found that we had a guy last year that came to us to work at the level 4 personal protection officer level that showed me a sheet that he got within a day, and the training is a week long.
Wow.
And
Wow.
he said I pressed him enough to find out that the company took his $279 or whatever it was and just gave him the thing because they assumed he'd already passed his psych evaluation when he did his
Right.
level 3. He's already shot because he just renewed his level 3. He already did this stuff, within 6 months or 9 months. So they just gave him the certificate, but he didn't
Wow.
train all that training that's supposed to be in there.
Hmm.
So we typically will work guys like that are at the level 4 PPO level in smaller stuff, and then work them up to the new stuff and retrain them. But you can recreate just about any document too. I've put together a PDF on how to get into executive protection, and all I did was create a PDF on how to get into executive protection, include this, and this, and it comes out and it goes and
Yeah.
gathers all this information, spits it all out, and here now it's ready to be sold and sent out there. It's crazy. I mean, you want to edit it. I mean, but I remember somebody did a thing for us one time and it listed capabilities and they ran it through Chat GPT and sent it to us, and I had to call them up and said, hey, we don't do uh, bomb detection stuff, right? Because that's on your little list right here for detection details. We don't do that. But he didn't look at it. He just did it and sent it out. It's just getting really where you really have to pay attention. You have to be disciplined enough when you get an email that looks just like something that you normally get, but out of the blue, call AT&T, call PayPal, because I don't know how many times a day I get some receipt that I just paid $1,000 for something on PayPal. Click this link to confirm your order, blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
It's getting really bad.
Hmm.
Oh, gracious. And one last question, comment there. Just a few days ago, that very thing, the voice, a phone call to a friend with someone voice, they recognize the name, even a couple key phrases. Well, I mean, key phrases in the sense that things they knew about the individual. Uh, and the same thing there. Need money. Stuck here. They're gonna tow my car, and I'm gonna go to jail if I don't come up with such amount of money.
Yeah.
And what is? I think it's $10,000 later.
Yeah.
Goodness. Yeah.
And there's a gentleman here, right on the other side here, $35,000 in gift cards.
My.
Which is it's well, and again, he's older and just didn't get it at all. And like you said, it is absolutely scary. It really is. Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
like I said, they don't go after your material stuff anymore. They'll hack your system.
yes.
And I think I told you the family out in California story that we protected that had this. Somebody got into their system, which was when I was first started there, was told that it was as secure as NASA. And
Hey.
they were sitting in there for 3 to 6 months, looking at the
Oh.
patterns, looking at where all the big bills come from, where do all the invoices come that they pay,
Mm.
what is the timing on it? Do the people change, or the people always the same who send it? And they finally sent one on a day, an hour and a half, 2 hours before it was normally due, and the person who normally pays it clicks the button and pays it, and 2 hours later they get the real one. They call
Yeah.
up, hey, I just got a duplicate one. We just paid this. No, no, no. We just sent it just now. We sent, and they lost
Yeah.
400 grand out the window,
Oh,
out of the blue.
oh, oh.
And that's the biggest kink in any protection program is the person who's pushing buttons and in the office or whatever. I think at one point, almost 45% of identity theft in a business was because somebody in the office pushed the wrong button on something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Or clicked on something. Yeah.
Clicked on something they weren't supposed to,
Yeah.
didn't confirm something before that,
Oh.
it looked
Mm.
like it was supposed to be that way, that kind of thing. A website called Chewy Vuitton got me. I thought I was buying a little Louis Vuitton ball for the, it turned out to be a bunch of dog stuff. So now we got Louis Vuitton dog bowls here and stuff like that. But anyway, it's I'll tell you another thing that it's both scary and helpful in our industry is these things right here, meta glasses.
Oh, gracious. Oh.
So I have a
Tell them how
prescription.
dangerous those are.
I
Yeah.
have the prescription ones in these and in the sunglasses. Now we went to the mall. I lost a bet, so I had to take Christy shopping. And
How long you
and
married?
Do you need security?
Yeah.
yeah. So we went shopping, and there was security at there's the jewelries. We were in Highland Park area and up in University Park, Highland Park area. So we went to North Park Mall, and now North Park Mall, they got the Louis Vuitton store. They got security in there. They got this and that. I counted 7 security personnel and 2 police officers wearing these. Now, if the bad guys can go get these too and look over your shoulder. They can click the 3-minute video button on here. They can take pictures of your stuff while you're standing here doing.
Mm.
I don't understand, and I know that I don't know if it's Ken Paxton. Somebody wanted to file a lawsuit on privacy stuff for the Meta glasses, but
Yeah.
what people don't understand, and I sat through I'm going to use this as an example. I sat through an anti-drone technology demonstration with a principal of a company, a one-on-one thing where he showed me all this stuff about this anti-drone stuff. It uses a laser with this beam that has a huge heat thing that goes in, and you never even see it. You just see a little puff of smoke and the thing drops out of the sky. It's not jamming signals or stuff like that, like Secret Service does and some of the other stuff. But he gave me an example of a billionaire's house that's being built in Florida along the coast where he's got cameras all over. And he says, so if somebody pulls up in a boat 300 yards off the coast there, targeting his house, and puts up drones, the system at this person's house will shoot those drones down. And so he says, well, and I said, well, doesn't it work on the same infrared thing that the cameras do and all that kind of stuff? So, yeah, they pinpoint on that thing there. I said, so what if I am a bad guy and I park my boat 300 yards off there and I have your technology because I have money to buy your technology, and my system sees all those cameras that are facing the water, and I target that and it takes them all out. Can that happen? He goes, oh, I never thought of that.
Hey, hey,
That's
hey.
good.
When you're doing it, when you're working in advance and protecting somebody that puts this is so melodramatic, but puts their life in your hands with their security program, especially if there's a threat.
Mm.
And you don't take into consideration that the bad guys had the same technology or access to the same technology, your plan is almost worthless because these right here, I have prescription ones, but you can go get these for $400. You can go get them on a payment. You can get them probably through insurance, dirt cheap. And all you have to do to use this to infiltrate somebody's home, life, take over their credit cards, take over their medical insurance is push the little take a picture button or the 3-minute video.
Mhm.
If you, and I'm just thinking this up as I go, when I'm standing at my doctor's office and I'm filling out the little check-in form, how many times is there a medical record sitting on the desk down below?
Yes.
Mhm.
Always.
Have these on,
Always.
and I have them. Now they do make smart people think they're smart. They make these little things so that you cover this up. So when it's recording, the little light isn't flashing. Because technically, if you take a picture, the little white light will flash. And if
Right.
you're taking a video, it'll continuously flash or stay on, one of the two. Um, but they make a little thing to cover that up.
Yes.
And you can sit there and film all that medical information right there. And you can film, you can, I hate the word case. I watched Ocean's 11 the other day, so I was, okay, if you're casing a jewelry store, 3-minute video, how you can get around the store in 3 minutes, just looking around. Oh, yeah, the police officer in the corner. Yeah, okay, the vault is over here in the back, and the door's wide open. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They're starting to switch some stuff out for some. I mean, you can do your own advanced work and record it from these things right here.
Man.
Um,
Here's
I think
here's
about it from the bad guy's point of view because when we're out in public, when we see somebody following us around or someone near us with these glasses on, you got to worry about another thing,
yeah.
which makes it even more difficult. And um, I mean, I sometimes the technology, I wonder why
Mm.
we put it out there sometimes, but we can't stop it obviously. But it's just now we got Japan just launched their first flying car.
Right. Yeah.
Somebody's going to figure out how to hack that before people get it.
Right. Exactly.
Um, they got technology where if you leave your car in your driveway and they want that particular car and it's a newer model, they can enter in a code and it's going to automatically unlock and start the thing.
Yes. Yes.
And they don't even have to break into them anymore.
Right.
They don't need the Slim Jims and all that kind of stuff
Right.
and
Exactly.
anymore. I mean, it's just getting very hard to make sure everyone around the protectee is the people who are supposed to be there
Mhm.
and that you can keep them safe from the technology that is out there.
Okay.
It's getting off the charts.
Well, I don't mean to hog, but you took one of my questions, one of my issues I was going to ask. But since you brought it up, so high-end clients who have homes that are certainly built in places and in ways that kind of get away from the general public in a way, so it's hard to get to, on and on. That was my question. It came to mind again when 4th of July, I'm going to sound really weird. 4th of July scares the daylights out of me.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm at a 4th of July show, and people are just marveling over the drone the thing in the
Yeah.
sky.
Right.
And my brain, the guy who works with that one on industry, AI has revolutionized our ability to, and they had figures and pictures and emblems in the sky that boggle my brain.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, if they can do that over a wide area like that and control drones that well, if I've got a secure location or a house someplace I don't want a lot of people around close to me, how do you protect them from the drones technology? But you just answered that. So
Well, I will also tell you, remember, I'm sure maybe it's been so long, but I remember when we talked about how I got into this. The first person I ever sat down with was a Secret Service agent, and the two things that he told me that comes to mind in this conversation is, if I can think about it, the bad guys have already thought of it.
yeah,
Every
yeah.
single protection plan we put together
Mm,
starts with that in our mind.
mm.
So when I look at those big drone things, like on the 4th of July, the 250th anniversary birthday,
Yes.
I'm thinking, okay, there are people smart enough out there to hack into that like they
Yes.
can a car, like they can take over an airplane, like if they can take
Yes.
over a car and an airplane, they can take over some guy's drone, some
Yes.
local drone guy's thing.
Yeah.
And now what if you are working there for 6 months, 9 months, and you put some stuff on those little drones that nobody knows about because you're in charge of putting all the drones together
Yeah.
because you came with such great AI qualifications and fake badges and and next thing you know, during the middle of a big Fort Worth, I use Fort Worth because I like the cowboy side. They got better steaks. Um, and
That's your
steaks
amen
over
right
here.
there.
But all of a sudden, that beautiful drone eagle that's doing the 4th of July thing, all of a sudden, they all start pelting the ground and blowing up things.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I
Yes.
mean, so on those residences, we have one of the technology areas that we are providing to our clients is um, drone technology that does random patrols around properties
Okay. All right.
based
All
on
right. Okay.
based on geofencing.
Okay. All right.
So
All right.
geofence will let us know if anything got into that area.
Hmm.
And,
Okay. All right.
and drone, either one or two or three or however many, whatever the size of the property is. This also allows to cut back some man hours and keeping guys out on property that will
Okay.
fall
All right.
asleep or miss it or whatever, because sometimes the drones you can't hear them.
Right.
So if anything hits into that geofence, it'll go up, but it will notify an agent that's in the op center that'll be monitoring it.
Mm.
And then they can schedule them randomly and it'll get up and it'll go do a whole perimeter search.
Mm.
It'll
Okay.
go to the
All right.
area where the geofencing signal was hit or
Okay.
triggered.
All
And
right.
so those are some of the ways, those are one of the ways that we do that. Or we're able to try to do that. The gentleman we had in California for 9.5 years that had the threat, he had previously, before we started, put tripwires around and cameras around
Mm.
his property that couldn't be fenced because in California you can't fence the forest area. And his property was a compound along the coast, so you couldn't put up your own fence around there to protect yourself. So he put up all these,
California.
but here's the thing. Those cameras can't, they couldn't at the time. This is back in, we started in 2010 and went to wherever. And so it doesn't distinguish between an animal or a human. So every
Oh,
time
okay.
the camera trips something,
Mm.
It's
we got a call.
Yeah.
Somebody had to go out, go walk around and look for it and see if there's a person or an animal. Nowadays,
Wow.
you have cameras that are sophisticated enough to figure that
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
But the drone situation makes it easier, keeps our guys safer in case it is a bad guy. But it also has video, and
They
the,
can
the
see.
drone can continue to keep an eye on them. And the drones come with infrared, they come with the night vision.
Mm.
Um, and we also have a partnership here with a company down the street from where we're at that have a camera system that is portable that we can put on a residence
Mm.
that will also do the infrared and all that kind of stuff, and it can read the mail hanging from a stoplight at an intersection. It's so good.
It would be frock, would it?
No, no. But since we've tried it out or looked at it,
Uh,
Secret Service has looked at it and they've had it upgraded to being hardwired
oh,
instead of just Wi-Fi or battery.
right.
Um, and so now they're looking at using them as well, but we can use them in pitch dark ranch style
Wow.
situations. Put
Oh,
them on the
yeah.
corner. We can actually put them in the end of a hallway. We can attach it
Well,
and just have it wherever. It was originally designed to be on the top of a vehicle
mm.
and going through pitch dark or down, driving from one part of Texas to El Paso that takes 4 days to get to, from Dallas to El Paso. And uh, but it's now being used to and Secret Service in choke points during the motorcade route, they'll have cameras in those particular areas that are put up and then removed afterwards. So these
Mm.
are similar that we have to be able to, and we're using it. They're set to be deployed in our overseas contract that's coming up if the Iran thing will calm down. And you put them up and around the residence, and it can be in addition to the drones, or it can be just those, but someone is always monitoring those too. And so those kinds of things help too. But still, all this technology, a bad guy can go on the website
Mm.
and go buy the same cameras. to
Mm.
monitor a house from across the street or from a light pole to get
Yeah.
your schedule, what you're doing. I mean, anybody can go get the same technology, which is again makes it harder. Sometimes the bad guys do as much advanced work as we do, but they have more time to do it because remember they're
Right.
only trying to get it right once. We have to get it right every single day. So
Yeah.
they have 3 months to sit there and have a camera on your house or on your gate or on your
Mm.
business or on whatever. And I was recently on a State Department webinar about CEOs and their protection, and 47% of CEOs that are protected or have security do not have their family or their residents protected, just themselves, if you can believe that.
What?
Um,
Why?
now, that I don't know. Usually it's money because the United Healthcare CEO for $300,000 a year, he could have had 3 guys always with him, not invading his space, and could have saved what, $21 million in market cap,
Wow.
a billion in market cap, whatever it was.
Wow.
So now on the 29th, we're going through another State Department webinar that is on kidnapping and ransom
Mm.
because there's an uptick in that, even in the United States. But we just did a deep dive threat assessment on the new family up in Dallas that's going to Mexico, and they
Mm.
wanted to see if it was safe where they're going. So we spent 3, 4 days going through deep dive stuff. We have a couple of guys on the team. One's former Navy intelligence. We got another guy that was with the State Department. We have other guys that did regional security officer stuff for OSAC and that kind of. So we did a deep dive on it. We presented them a nice, actually, a nice little threat assessment, and it's was 7 pages, and it has routes, safe routes, routes you don't want to go on, all these kind of things. And we have 2 people that we've connected down there that aren't going to make contact with the client, but they're going to keep an eye on the client. They wanted to make sure that they didn't attract attention to themselves, which is the first thing that was on our list. You don't go down there and start flashing stuff. And as
But it's Mexico.
we've had clients that would like to do that, that would show up in a Rolls Royce to go to dinner in Mexico. But um,
Here I am.
Don't notice me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't see me.
Well, I remember I was down there with a group of golfers one time, and a restaurant right there in Mexico City. It was a really nice restaurant. The maitre d' set up 8 guys outside in a table on the little fencing outside on the patio area. And he was the guy that fed the information to somebody that came along and robbed them because they're tucked into the little corner of the restaurant out in public. And a couple of guys had obviously been through this situation before because they had very expensive Rolexes and stuff like this. And when they said put their hands up, I still tease the guy to this day. Like, when he put his hands up, he hit the clip on his Rolex. So when he did this, his Rolex fell down his arm under his sleeve. So they never got it. They didn't get, he was the only one that got to keep his watch because he had been there before. He just,
He's like, you're
But
not
it
getting this.
it turned out to be an inside job. The
Mm.
maitre d' let somebody else know that these guys are going to be here for dinner. There's going to be 8 or 9 of them, and that you just don't know where it's going to come. So you don't want to attract attention. So that's the number one thing we told this family. So
I'm gonna show my wife this segment of this recording of this program.
okay.
We're we're in Punta Cana, and we were down and she thinks I'm an absolute nut going, no, take that off, put this on. And same thing. And the guys at the resort, we were talking, and they give us all kinds of advice where to go, and going, no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. People want to
I'm
go to
good.
the authentic thing.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll figure it out. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, they have the food channel for that. You can go.
Yeah, check it out. That's right.
Street tacos
Right.
in Mexico City. That's cool. Let's drive by.
Yeah,
But
I'm not sure of this.
but there are so many different things. You go out at night. When I had the family in California, we traveled to the UK multiple times and other countries, and the daughter was 21 years old. There was a trip I was involved with, just protecting her. And when that happens, you worry about the kidnapping. She told me, driving her to a wedding one day, that her dad used to talk to her about the kidnapping thing constantly.
Mm.
That's why we kept them on separate jet. No, they couldn't all go on the same plane. They all had to be separate, which is typical normal stuff. But when we went places like that, I had to keep an eye on the drink situation. I had to watch the drinks. I had to watch who's hanging around her, who's don't put your hands on her. Keep your hands out of your pocket. It's coming because we had
touching the glass.
we had the situation where the guy was trying to take her off to some foreign country to meet his family, which didn't live in that country, and he was talking about all this stuff he could do, and he was fought in the Serbian War, and he can identify a car bomb in a car by looking at it. The whole thing
Yeah.
was designed to make sure that she could go back to mom and say, "Hey, I don't need security to go with me because I got
Yeah.
so and so. I'm dating. He's
Confident.
and it's you just can't, don't share a ride from the airport, and if don't drink the water if someone just always crack the bottle yourself.
Yeah.
Go to the grocery store and get new bottles, whatever. Just be polite about it. I mean, you don't want to, insulting, but here's a glass of wine. Who are you? Yeah, sure, I'll drink it.
Well, there's so much going on, and looking at all this and hearing these things, huh, Ron? I was like you on the 4th of July. Paul and I were talking about it. Look at all these things going on, and then you hear about Ukraine and Russia and the upgrade and the circular way that they're hitting deep inside Russia with drones. Where's Russia's defense? I'm sure they got all these defenses too. So it kind of brings us back to maybe 100 years ago, where a guy would go to work, get a good paycheck, and come home, put it in the mattress, in the box spring of the mattress, because nobody could see it in the box. How does a everyday middle America person? I guess they're just going to be looking like with those glasses or other things to see how to get other smaller things, or do they maybe go after middle class folks that they just think it would be a good shot in the dark, and they can get inside, like you're saying, through all these different. If you have simple cameras up, it must be a piece of cake for them. So, what do you suggest, maybe for middle America folks with moms and dads and kids?
If you, I would be willing to bet you the numbers off the charts, the percentage on how many of these bad guys go and search through social medias. You can find an unsecure social media account. You can go through 10 years of background, because remember, they're looking for big stuff. They're not looking to go steal your television.
Right.
So they can spend some time going back. And I mean, my birthday on mine is the wrong day, wrong date, right? Because regardless of Facebook asking for your birthday, you're under no legal obligation to give them the correct birthday.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
Right. But they can go back, and there are people, if you're going on 4 cruises, I'm going to use cruises because we see people in my the in-laws family posting all these cruises all the time, that spend thousands and thousands of dollars on cruises every single year, and they post them while they're there eating dinner, eating crab, and doing all this fancy stuff in these fancy places, right?
What's the different picture every day? We're here, we're there.
So now you can go in there into their Facebook page. Okay, well, they're going to go on another trip soon. They're not going to. They may not hit you while you're still there. They're going to go start looking at your Facebook.
Yes.
Now you're going to get a random Facebook friend request.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I have 9 of them sitting in mine. So every once a week I go clean them out. But I go click on it. Oh, how many friends? Oh, they got 4 friends.
Exactly. Yeah.
Red flag. They're in Sweden. Well, I don't know anybody in Sweden or Italy. LinkedIn's even worse. You get
yes.
And now you get text messages. I got 4 text messages last week that says, "Hey, your dog is in my backyard and it just chewed up my good flowers. You need to put a stop to this." And that's all the text says. And I say, wrong number. I'm curious. I poke the bear, I'm curious. Oh, I'm sorry. I must have got the wrong. I'm so sorry to bug you. Do you remember who I am? And I'm like, wrong number. And then they send a picture, and it's always a 20-something
Yes.
Asian girl that
Yeah.
is well dressed, and then on the LinkedIn profile thing, it says she's in the fashion industry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or she's I did this or that.
Student or something.
Dude, you got to be kidding me. I mean,
yes.
you got 3 connections on LinkedIn.
Yes.
And on Facebook, you got 1 friend, and now you're texting me that now I got a dog. I mean, one of us, well, I don't have a dog. Oh, well, I'm sorry, I got your number mixed up. I'm so sorry to bug you. Can we be friends?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Jeez.
You know, it's that, but that's people will fall for that.
Mhm.
I have a rule because I am trying to, you know, we are building a business. We do Facebook marketing and Facebook pages and stuff like that. So, there has to be at least 100 friends in common, or
Right,
mutual friends, I guess what they call
right,
it.
mutual. Yeah, yeah,
Sometimes 50 if I know who the person is and I know a bunch of the people. But
yeah.
we have to have at least triple digits
Mm,
of mutual friends before I'm going to consider clicking that. And then I'm going to look at what
yeah.
you do. If you got a business that would, you know, might need security or something like that, or whatever. And then I remember one time when I was looking for certain businesses to market to, construction company. I clicked to become friends with the owner of a. This only happened one time, and I still wonder to this day if I should look into this. I asked him to be a friend because he's friends with a bunch of other people that I know,
Mm,
and he owns a construction business. I'm thinking, okay, we can maybe get a construction site, put some guys to work, whatever. So I sent a friend request. All of a sudden, he's like, "Why is an investigator trying to be a friend with me? What are you looking for? Oh my God, what's going on here? I can't believe. Why would you even try to want to be a friend with me? Are you really an investigator? What are you investigating? Why?" The only person that's ever done that. And I'm like, and then you go back and look at it, and then I'm blocked. I'm like, okay, that dude is up to no good.
Yeah.
That guy right there is no good,
History.
and he thinks somebody's looking into it. So, and he's the only person in my history on Facebook that's ever happened with. But that you can go through 10 years of somebody's
yeah,
Facebook page. You can get their birthday, kids' names, animals' names.
yes,
They're going to post something by mistake where you're going to be able to figure out where they live.
yeah,
If they're
Mm.
posting pictures directly from the pictures that they took on their phone, there's the metadata in there.
mm,
If you ever go take a picture when everybody gets off of here, everybody listening or whatever, the audience, go take a picture at home on your iPhone. I don't know if how this works on an Android. I'll have to ask Christy.
yeah,
And then go click on the picture in your photos and then swipe up.
yeah.
All the technical data,
It's on
including
the
longitude, latitude, what kind of phone you took the picture
yeah,
with, all that stuff is embedded into that picture.
yeah,
Yes. Mm.
yeah.
So to post pictures, we tell people to go back to your photos, pull that picture up, and then take a screenshot of that picture
There you go.
because
There you
that metadata
go.
is not going to be there. It'll say when you did it, but it's not going to be the date that you originally
Right,
were on your cruise, so to speak.
right.
So you can go back and build a whole profile on somebody,
Yes.
and then you can back and use the AI. You can go back to use all the stuff we talked about to
Mm,
to while they're on a 21-day cruise, the next 21-day cruise, you can have an identification to get into this, to go to there, to do this, do that.
mm,
Because when you go in and say, yeah, Mr. So and so, here's my ID,
mhm.
the person at the bank doesn't remember what you look like,
Right,
but
right.
here's Mr. So and so's identification to do this or
Yeah.
do medical insurance or go to the doctor or do steal whatever,
Yeah.
Mhm.
or even get a new credit card or open a new bank account or whatever. So
Yeah. A lot of stuff going on in the medical field, Frank. We
Oh
were
yeah.
talking a lot of that in medical insurance, all those things.
Yeah.
Seems
Yeah.
like once a week somebody has a big scam on that. I was thinking of that where they're getting information and it's hard to know where the roadblocks are. You really help a lot of people see those things. That's difficult
Yeah.
sometimes.
just because Target offers you a deal
Yeah.
to sign up for a discount card doesn't mean you're legally responsible to tell him your real birthday. So
Yeah.
when your identity is stolen from Target, like it's been 4 or 5 times in the last 10 years,
Yes.
the birthday is not going to match anything that goes with your name.
Yes.
Your birthday doesn't match with that stuff. They'll either move on because they got thousands of people.
Yeah.
I doubt anyone's going to sit there and go, well, this guy, this birthday doesn't match. So let's go see what this. They're not going to do that. They have thousands of them. They're going to move on. You
Yeah.
don't, unless it's the federal government, the state government, local government, tax assessor's office, some legal entity that you are required to provide your actual social security number, actual
Right.
birthday, things like
Mm,
that.
yeah.
You're not, or address. You're not
Yeah.
legally responsible.
Right.
You can lie to them. Is what I'm
Mhm.
saying. You can tell them a false birthday. I mean, I get offers for free lunches and dinners in the mail all the time. Oh, July 5th. Oh yeah, my
Like
birthday,
my
forgot my birthday. So
That's right.
we're gonna go get some ribs on 4th of July. You know, it's you know, you don't have to. I mean, Facebook wants a real phone number because they do verify a phone number and an email address. But the
Yeah.
birthday, the other information doesn't have to be accurate and real.
That's good to know. Yeah, that's good.
And you don't have to post those things.
Yes,
I
I
it
would.
I
I was born in
it
1998.
right. It boggles my brain the number of people who post that information going, why would you do that?
Yeah.
It's my birthday, it's my 45th birthday, and born this day on such and such place. And I'm going,
Yeah,
why are you telling me? It's
yeah.
mind-boggling to me.
Yeah,
Different
Boggles my mind.
society. The
mine's
new
not
world.
telegraphed on my website, but my wife posts a birthday thing. That's the only way people know. But so if you go to my Facebook page, it doesn't show you my birthday. It does.
Yeah,
It will not show you that if you're going to try to get into my account.
yeah,
You want to have the dual authentication if possible.
yeah.
No, it's a pain in the rear
Mm,
to wait to get a text message with a
mm.
code or use the authenticator app or whatever.
But
But if you're getting a message that says, "Did you really change your password?" or "You really want to change your password," that's a big deal.
yes, yes, yeah.
We have a thing called Active Armor on our AT&T system here at the
There you
house,
go. There you go.
and we Christy will shoot me. I'm not going to say any names, obviously, but we had somebody watch our dogs, and we're sitting at a hotel, and I'm getting all these dings for this Active Armor thing,
Mm.
and I go and look at it, and our pet sitter is trying to get us on a an extreme right wing website thing that the Active Armor keeps dinging 10 times in like an hour, less than an hour. He's trying to get on this website. I looked up the website. Thank goodness it wasn't anything worse than that. But he's trying to get on there to read about conspiracy theories and stuff like that, and the website's blocked. Because whatever the website does. Um, but you know, you could always add those little protections in there as well. But just always remember, if you've thought about it, the bad guys have already.
Right.
They already
What
did.
would be
That's
your
the way
advice
to do
to
it.
people
Yeah.
with services like LifeLock and those sort of security services, but just
Uh,
regular everyday people?
we we use a different company for that because
Yeah,
when
with that
the
type of company.
yeah, when the
Yeah.
CEO went down Times Square with his social security number on the thing, and then it was his brother's social security number, and it actually got hacked, we decided, no
Hey,
LifeLock. Let's skip that LifeLock one. No, we went to one that actually will we would sign a power of attorney over to them, and they'd send some people in to go do it and use
okay,
private
all right.
investigators and stuff like that. And they do all three monitor bureaus. If you don't do all three
Mm.
bureaus, you're still going to find out too late
Yeah,
because
yeah,
Credit Karma, some of those apps, they're absolutely way off on what your
Mm.
real numbers are.
yeah, yeah.
But you really want to make sure that um, you just got to have one that is monitoring everything as much as possible. So we have our health insurance on ours. We have the deed to the house. We have all the things that are supposed to be on and looked at. Driver's license. If someone tries
Right.
to use my driver's license somewhere, because they scan it,
Hmm.
airports and different places like that, they'll scan your ID, and doctor's office, they scan your ID, and if it gets used somewhere it's not supposed to, we'll get an alert. So the restoration part is the most important part of identity theft because you're not going to stop your information from getting out there. It's already been out there. The Texas driver's license place got hacked. The NSA has been hacked. Target, you name it, they've been hacked. Our information,
AT&T, Facebook.
yeah, our information is out there. And I'll tell people right now, if they give you a free monitoring service, that's going to make you feel warm and fuzzy, and that's for their legal purposes. That's to prevent the class action lawsuit from saying you didn't do anything to help us. So giving you a free monitoring service absolutely does nothing. Where the rubber meets the road is the restoration. When you get hit and you don't know who to call, you don't know what to do, the police aren't going to do anything. They got enough to worry about. The FBI has enough to worry about from your identity theft thing. you need somebody that's going to go back in there and they're going to start from scratch and they're not going to stop until it's fully restored and you don't sign off on it being completed until it's back to where it was before
Mm.
and a guarantee or something that they're going to do that. So the part of a identity theft service that you want to look at is one that does full, complete restoration without you having to fill out everything, without you having to do a stack of paperwork. Well, it's one thing in life, like you get a stack of paperwork like this.
Mhm.
You want somebody that's going to take over for you and go do it because you have to go do what you do best.
Yeah.
And you got to let them go do what they do best. And you got to trust the experts to let them go do it. On our website, we talk about the service that we use for that purpose because the restoration is second to none. They're always first in restoration because
Right.
they will go get it fixed for you. There's the law firm option. They start off with the investigators, but you sign a limited power of attorney and they go do it for you and they just get you
Sure.
updated. That's the most important part of identity theft is
Okay.
getting you back to where you were.
And that's for the everyday common person.
Everyday
Right?
common
Yeah.
person. We
Yeah,
have it.
yeah,
We have the
yeah.
3 bureau one. There's a 1 bureau, and a
Yeah.
3 bureau. 1 bureau is useless
Yeah.
because if the company that or TransUnion is complete, they report completely different stuff from Experian
Right.
or
Experience.
or
Right. That's right.
and we've over the past I've gone back and looked at our reports every year and I've had to send in a report from another company to the other one saying, okay, this is the accurate one.
Yeah.
Yours is way off.
Right.
And so they're not all the same. They don't all report the same. So it's important to have the 3 different ones.
Yeah.
So some organizations that's why they have 3 of them. There's a bunch
Right.
of people
Yeah.
that use Experian and
It's
only
just
Experian.
thicker and thicker and thicker, doesn't it? I'm glad somebody out there keeping the score. Wow, you would really like talking to Kurt Schlichter from last week. You know about him, Frank. I like back what he said. She started out. Let me give a simple term for the word conservative, because he sounds like a reporter. He's so good on this, and he simply said, just getting things back along this line, paraphrasing, getting things back the way they were when everybody could be okay, and just take before all this stuff. And, we're talking about Ukraine, all these different things happening. Boy, Frank, I'm glad you're on the cutting edge and you help an awful lot of people. I have people ask all the time, if I can't get you, I'll send them to Ron. He'll know what to tell them on some of these things and see what's going on. And I'll tell him not to talk to Ross, just to Ron.
Don't talk to us. Don't talk to us.
Don't talk to Ross. So we're good on that.
Don't talk to us.
Yeah. Anyway, we need to take a moment here, friends, and we'd like to ask Stefanie if she'd just tell you a little word about raising expectations. Lots of things will be coming. We'll be sharing more with you about that later. But hey, Steph, thanks a lot for sharing with us.
Sure, I'd love to share. You can go to the website, which is bbsradio.com/raising expectations. And all the good information is there. So at the top, you can listen in. You can see last week's show. And then as you scroll down, you can listen live. You can donate. We have the fancy high-tech ways. We have the snail mail way. We take money in all forms. We're grateful for it. It helps us be on the air. So thank you. You can keep going down and then you can actually search for prior shows that we've had. There's a whole catalog of that. We are really fortunate with some fantastic guests. You can continue going down and you can learn about each one of us as co-hosts, how to connect with us. And I think when you go really far down, you'll find Pastor Joe and Craig's book and another way to give again. So all kinds of amazing resources. And I have been told that there is a really neat new website coming out soon. So you definitely want to go back. Oh, look at that. They are making it really wonderful and interactive. And so we're just so grateful to our BBS community.
Already.
Amen, boy. That is terrific what they're doing. I think it's going to be the best website there is anywhere. Where do you see it and what they're doing on this? And just put our name in there and you can find all kinds of things. Frank, they'll be sending you a special thing on tonight's show on all the things that were said and shared. I think you got one of those. Where do you just see that? It's really something when it comes to you from them for us. It's really incredible. And all these notes are going to be perfect, Paul. There's all kinds of them for you coming in now. What they're doing is amazing. So I'll give you a little rest on that one. But I really think, Frank, that you are one in a million, and we really appreciate you. You and your wife and your team. The 5 dogs. They're terrific. And just tell Christy they're a tremendous group there. And and the Dallas Cowboys too. I can't even see a commercial for them when I'm saying, okay, Frank, this one's for you, but this one's for you.
I'm gonna have a background next time, like Paul.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, put that up. That's awesome, Paul. That's awesome. And Stefanie, she's a wonderful person. She will give you a little thumbs up just for you, but don't tell anybody else because it's important. We don't do the Cowboys anyway. So thanks for being with us tonight and sharing and taking time to share your expertise and just to be Frank Roberson. That's very special. We're not really a show as such. We're just a coming together of people who love God and love our friends, and it's great to grow and to learn. We learn so much when, like it says on our program, from men like you that will come and share. Tell Christy she's welcome anytime too. We have 2 ladies now, and she could bring on the dogs too. They could do one of their tricks or something. Somebody had one of those dogs on that was singing on the AI, right, Ron? The AI going and the dog was singing and dancing. One of them, right?
Yeah.
We have a new little addition. Maybe she'll be on next time.
That would be great.
Fun.
That'd be great. We'll let the
right.
ladies have the questions the first 20 minutes. Just go for a question at all you guys say. You're up. And so anyway, tell Craig we hope everything went great there and they won. And we're always rooting for them. And Paul, it's always great to see you, brother. Love that background. Incredible.
Yeah.
Cowboy.
Can't lose with that. You just can't lose.
No, I mean, what do you think? That's really something.
Fact is fact.
Number 12, who's that again? Is that
Roger Staubach. Come on.
Starbuck.
Yeah.
I got it right, I guess.
Who's number 12?
Oh, phew.
Who's number 16?
Yeah, come on. Number 16? That would be one of the Cowboys.
I know.
Who's 16? Emma Smith?
No, Montana, the Golden Boy.
Help me. I'm running on.
Go Montana.
16. You remember 16?
Oh, no.
Troy
Oh,
Aikman? No. He's 8.
Go Montana, number 16.
Oh, that's my 16. Of course, I know 16 there.
16.
That's my man, Joe, Mr. Cool.
Sure,
Sorry
sure,
about
sure.
that.
Thank you, Frank.
He really is.
I was trying to be polite, guys, and stay with the Cowboys, and I couldn't think who it was. And number 8 for us is Steve Young. There we go. So we got it. But Joe Cool, you betcha. Yeah, and we will always remember the Immaculate Reception.
Yes.
But that's okay. You know, they're 2 great teams, 2 of the greatest ever in history. So that's great. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just glad you tuned in tonight. We just love it. Oh.
No, Ron, no.
Look at that. Oh, my. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got our water jug. That's all, Steph. We got to come more prepared next time.
We'll get our blanket.
Yeah, we'll get the whole blanket. If you come into our dining area, we have it on the table. It's a big SF. It's on there. It's got a conversation.
Oh, gracious.
Yeah, but if you turn it over, it's got a star on it, Frank. Want you to know that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning into this intellectual time, especially.
Lily just said it. Lily said it's time.
Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, look at that face. Oh, my goodness. There's nothing like it. Look at there. Nothing like it. Well, anyway, glad you tuned in tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and God bless you. I hope he's answering your prayers. I hope he's working in your life this week, and let us know how those expectations keep being raised in different ways as we look to him each and every day. That was a poem and I didn't know it. Anyway, just go with that one and give Craig a big hug for us. We'll be back and we'll see you next week. Same time, same station. Frank, God bless you, and Christy and all the team.
Thank you,
We'll
guys.
see you later.
Appreciate you guys.
Bless you.
All right.
Thank you.
Bless you guys. Bless you, Frank.
Thank you.
That's it.
Go Cowboys.
Before you leave the moment, before the day moves on, carry one bright promise: the hope is not gone. From Pastor Joe and Melba Schofield, and the voices gathered here, Stefanie Thayer and Dr. Craig Thayer, Dr. Paul Hall and Ron Greer. Keep raising expectations in your home and in your heart. Keep raising expectations. Let faith become the start. For family, freedom, faith and future. For wisdom, courage, truth and grace. We go from good to better to best together, with a brighter road to clear. Keep raising expectations in your home and in your heart. Keep raising expectations. Let faith become the start. For family, freedom, faith and future. For wisdom, courage, truth and grace. We go from good to better to best together, with a brighter